Hey, Rafael Devers, you're our franchise guy. We signed you to a 10-year extension, 10-year deal a couple years ago, last year, $300-some million. Bregman's there for 3 years.
That's a great point.
If he's happier at third, but I think at the end of the day, we're all happier winning.
Yeah, look at that. That's great points.
That's the truth. So whatever it takes to win.
And I'm in love with the good life. Can't give it up. Make it to the top. Keep climbing. I wanna live it up. The good life. I'm coming up. I'm coming up. The good life. Good life. Oh, good life. Good life. Good life. Yeah.
Boom, coming in hot, Chinchy. What's going on, brother?
Coming in hot, man, dude. I was on your page where you have your charity stuff that you're going to explain
Yeah,
again.
handbid.com.
Handbid.com. The Eddie Vedder Pearl Jam stuff is ridiculous. That's on there,
Bro, I can't tell you how grateful I am for Ed and, Pearl Jam, but really, yeah, have been friends with him for 20-some years. And just the kindest guy, and really has a place in our heart for our kids. We serve over 500 kids with disabilities and their families. I mean, it's a big deal, and Ed's been a part of it. He's been sending us stuff. We've probably raised over $1 million because of him alone, which is really incredible. And no one knows this. I might have said it at some point, but last year when we went took our kids to the Field of Dreams, he paid for the trip.
I did not know that, and I know everything about you.
Yeah, and I don't say much. I mean, maybe hopefully this stays on our podcast. But at the end, he sent me I told him we were going. He was so moved by it. He sent me a check and paid for our trip, and it wasn't a cheap trip. We took all our families in a bus all the way out to out to Iowa, and did the Field of Dreams, and obviously under very low key, but Ed Vedder paid for the whole trip. Sent me a check the next day. It was incredible.
That's unbelievable.
It was incredible. Just talking, having a conversation. Like, what are you doing, Case? Like, no, we're heading out the Field of Dreams, and it's going to be great, dude, and this and that. And you could tell there was a little pause. And he's like, I got the chills all over my body, man. I go, bro, it's so cool. And he's like, and then he sent me a text. It was like right around Father's Day. I'm like, bro, happy Father's Day. You're just a great dad, He's like, bro, happy Father's Day to you, too. And he goes, I'm sending you a check. I want to pay for that trip to Field of Dreams out of his own pocket. It's one thing to send gear, like I send bats and jerseys and stuff, but to send a check, that was a big one.
That's next level,
very,
dude.
very, very next level. So,
yeah,
like I said, I think Ed is as much as this charity as anybody that's helped us out, in Pittsburgh or anywhere. Mark Ruggiero, who's our boy from Boston, the Boston Badass. Dude, Mark has sent us stuff every single year too, and this year he sent like a Clemens, Jake Peavy, Team USA, WBC jersey signed because he's a memorabilia guy. He helps out with one of his buddies. Remember? Yeah. It's us a Clemens University of Texas jersey.
Wow.
And then a ton of other balls and stuff, and he sent a couple packages. So thank you to. Hey, this turned into a little thank you, but thank you to Mark and to Ed and all the people out there, all you guys. I'm sure, if you don't know, go to caseysclubhouse.org or .com and, or Handbid. And if you go to handbid.com or download the Handbid app, you can help us sponsor kids, sponsor some equipment, sponsor our trip. We're taking a trip this summer, which I don't know if it's announced, so I don't want to ruin that. So I'll just say we're taking another trip with the kids, right? And if you can help us out, donate. Every dollar counts. Every whatever counts, and goes right to our kids and right to helping out all these these families. And it's just a wonderful thing, dude. I'm very grateful. I've kind of spearheaded it over the last 12, 13 years, but so many people have been involved, and the web is out there everywhere, and just very grateful. So appreciate you bringing that up, Chinch. But yeah, it's going to be a great Friday night. We got 80s night we're doing, and like I said, I got my Poison jersey.
Nice.
Sarah wanted me to dress up like Run DMC. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Booski's going to do that.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.
I was like, I'm more of a Brett Michaels. I just need to get a bandana.
Stay with that. It's so funny you say that. Real quick, I was listening to Bill Burr's podcast, and he was at the SNL, the Saturday Night Live.
Oh, yeah.
He said he sat next to Eddie Vedder, and he said he was the nicest human being he's ever met. And you just mentioned Brett Michaels made me think of it. He said he was messing with Eddie, and he's like, you don't understand when you guys came out, I hated Pearl Jam. I hated you for years because you knocked all my hair bands off the pop and you destroyed hairband music for the rest of us. And he goes, and now I know you're the greatest band, the greatest living band. He said it was a great story. Pretty fun.
That's great. Dude, Ed is the great Bill Burr. We got to get Bill Burr on here. I love that guy.
Oh,
Dude, and he'll come on. He has to know who we are a little bit. Yeah, he was a Red Sox fan. I was there 1 year. I left him. I left my mark in Boston. So
let's
maybe
get him.
Yeah, it's good. Well, let's. I think I got some connections there. We'll
you got a lot of connections, dude. We
got to get him on. We got to get him on. He's the best. But dude, Ed is the best. Ed is the nicest guy. I was going to say, if you're a Pearl Jam fan, you should be a Pearl Jam fan times a million because he is the nicest guy.
Yeah, that's great. All right, another nice guy, but who doesn't have a contract yet. Vlad Jr. They had kind of like a soft, negotiating end yesterday. So it was like Monday was when they were going to talk, and then they were going to stop talking and shelve for the season. So here we go. Blue Jays have Vlad Guerrero Jr. I mean, he's basically the Juan Soto of this next upcoming free agent class, and that's where we're at. No deal done. How does this make you feel?
A little weird. A little weird. I think Vlad Guerrero Jr. I think, I don't know. I don't know. I guess, Mark and Ross being good buddies of mine, that makes it a little weird. But at the end of the day, if you're talking business, I think Vlad Guerrero Jr. is a huge piece for that organization. They love him out there in Toronto. And, he's only getting better. Now, the question is, who are you getting? If you sign him with a 10-year deal for $500, $600 million, who are you getting? Are you getting this guy that we saw last year? It's one of the best players in baseball that we saw a few years ago. Or are you getting the mediocre guy of 3 other years? Mm-hmm. So he's had 3 mediocre years of 700-something OPSs, 750. It's an average player. Or are you getting the elite 920, 930 OPS guy with home runs, driving, hitting 300? So this is a big year for Vlad. It's a big year for the Blue Jays to see, what it is, and they still have a chance like Judge. I mean, Aaron Judge went to free agency a couple years ago and signed back with the Yankees for a bigger number. They offered Judge 180, right, or something.
Right.
He was like, nah, I'll take 360s. Is that good?
Yeah.
Now Judge looks like the biggest deal. Judge looks like the biggest deal in baseball.
I know, it's unbelievable. Well, to your point, obviously the Blue Jays know what they're doing. I wouldn't say they lost out on guys over the past few years. They just didn't get the guys, but they have the money. And to your point about what you're getting with Vlad, I think it's a right move for the Blue Jays because, look, he's going to go to free agency. He should. He has to. That's what you do. You've been saying it. You go to this is when you're going to get paid, blah, blah, blah. And it's almost, in my opinion, kind of like a win-win because let's just say they're doing great. He's playing great. Well, they're going to keep him for the rest of the year and go for a championship. If he's struggling a little, or if the Jays fall out of it, you can trade him at the All-Star break. You're not going to get the same package, but you're going to get something. And the Blue Jays have a great front office. They've proven it. Yeah. Even though they have missed out on the big, we're talking about Ohtani and we're talking about the legendary players. It's not like they've missed out on it. They put good teams together. They know what they're doing. So I honestly don't think this is that big of a deal. I think if you're Vlad, you were going to go to free agency anyway. You're not going to sit there and go, maybe I could have gotten Juan Soto money, and instead I left $100 million on the table.
Do you think Bobby Witt wishes he went to free agency? Seriously.
Mm-hmm. Well,
do you wish now? Bobby Witt signed 11 years, 278, which is incredible. I'm not saying this guy is going to be the greatest player in the game for years to come. He's 24 or whatever. And in a couple of years from now, he would have got $800 million.
Yeah, that's true.
He left $550 million on the table. I'm just saying. So you look at Vlad and you go, okay, now that Soto got to 765, I just have to, if I'm Vlad, I go, I'm testing the waters. I might not get 765, but I'm getting more than, I'm sure the Blue Jays are probably at 350, 380 at some point.
Mm-hmm.
But Vlad's thinking 500 or more. I think he's going to get it. So why wouldn't you? You earn the right as a player? Dude, free agency, you don't get there in 3 years like other sports. You get there in 6.
Yeah, I know.
6 years. There's a lot of things can happen in 6
look
years.
At Chris Bryant's salaries over his career. He got totally.
Who's that?
Chris Bryant. Chris
Oh,
Bryant he never made the money of the value of his skill set because of the way his free agency played out.
Right. It's like 6 years. It's tough, dude. It's tough to be really good for 6 years. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It really is. Look at Don Mattingly's career. Then, like, all of a sudden, the back and oh, man, he grinded for a few years. But, like, so if you're Vlad Jr. and you're as young as he is and you're healthy, bro, sign me up for free agency. I'm sorry. Look at Bryce Harper. Look at Manny Machado. These guys, look at Juan Soto, was offered 15 for $450. He ended up getting 15 for $300 and some million more, dude. So, like, bet on yourself, you know, especially in this market now. Juan Soto changed everything. Ohtani changed everything, obviously, and now Juan Soto, dude, Juan Soto in 5 years from now is going to be a DH.
I know. You're right. Yes.
You're going to be paying. So you look at Vlad Jr. and go, this guy could actually play third. Mm-hmm. He could play the corner outfield.
Exactly.
You know, he's a bigger guy,
Right?
Which doesn't mean anything. And I think obviously too, as he gets older, he's going to have to take care of himself more. But you learn that. You can't teach experience as a young kid too. You learn that, hey, the things you did at 25 and 26 don't work at 30, 31. They just don't. They don't work at 28. So, like I said, he'll have to figure that out. But I think he's earned the right to go to free agency, and the Blue Jays have earned the right also. If you go to free agency, just like the Yankees did, they could still bring him back.
Exactly.
It's going to cost them, though.
Yeah, it's not over. It's just
It's not over. It's just over this year, over until he goes to free agency.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, now let's stay in the AL East because this is the other story that came out yesterday, which was, I don't know, it's hysterical to me because I'm not paying the bills. Rafael Devers doing his little press beat thing with the folks. They asked him, you know, oh, you got the great pickup. You got Bregman in third. He's coming. He's third baseman. You know, you okay with the position move? Maybe doing mostly DHing. Here's his quote: "No, third base is my position. It's what I play. I don't know what their plans are. We had a conversation. I made it clear on what my desires were. Whatever happens from here, I don't know." So a little context to that is when he signed, he said that, you know, they told him he was going to be third baseman. Here's the thing: some of the people that told him that aren't there anymore. They asked Cora about it, and Cora's like, yeah, he's got a lot of pride, but I'm not going to, you know, we're going to do what's best for the Red Sox organization. So that's where we're at there. It's drama.
Well,
Boston drama, as we're known to expect.
And the reason they're there, Chinch, is also, first off, Devers is a below-average third baseman. Bregman's a Gold Glove third baseman. That's the first thing right there. Defensively, they're better if Bregman's at third. Now, they're also better if Devers is at third and Bregman's at first and Costas is still there. So they're better there too. Now here's the question: they have one of the top prospects in baseball, Christian Campbell, top 10 MLB. Not like, oh, he's a seventh best prospect for the Red Sox. He's the seventh guy. The guy can rake. He's a second baseman. He's going to be there soon. You know, he only played 20 games at AAA, so he might not be there this year. Maybe later this year. You never know about injuries too.
Right.
But he's coming, and he's a second baseman. So now you got to look at it. Does Campbell go to second? Does Bregman go to third? Does Devers go to first and Costas go to DH? So I think that's the question. You know, I don't think right now. Hey, you could right now Devers play third, Bregman you play second because you're a stud anyhow, and Costas is at first. And if he's healthy, he rakes. We're all good there. Trevor Story's at short. If Christian Campbell pushes this envelope, now you got to just figure it out. And I like what Alex Cora said. This isn't about Rafael Devers. It's not about Alex Bregman. It's not about Alex Cora. It's about the Boston Red Sox. What is best for this team in managing the lineup, managing the the position? So we'll see. Time will tell on this one, dude.
We will see. And listen, you want to make this work, and you do not like. This isn't like, oh, let's just, you know, he's a curmudgeon right now. Let's get rid of him. No, dude, this guy's 162 game average. Devers, I'm talking about, 279. 33 homers, 105 RBIs, and he's only 27 years old. We almost kind of like forget how great and dynamic of an offensive player he is. So we need to make this work with him there because it's a good team with him there. I do think it's interesting. Like, why? Why would you say that? Why? Like, I understand you're mad, but like, I don't know. That's a little. I almost think
I don't think he's mad. I think he's putting his feet in the ground, saying, "Hey, at the end of the day, I'm the franchise guy. You signed me to a 10-year deal. Bregman signed to a 3-year deal. If I'm happy, I'm going to play better. So if I want to be a third base, like Mike Trout a couple years ago, I want to be a center fielder. All right, you're Mike Trout. You play center field. Now he's going to right because he's a little older. But I'm putting him in center field. Hey, Rafael Devers, you're our franchise guy. We signed you to a 10-year extension, 10-year deal a couple years ago, last year, $300-some million. Bregman's there for 3 years.
That's a great point.
If he's happier at third, man, but I think at the end of the day, we're all happier winning.
Look at that. That's a great point.
That's the truth. So whatever it takes to win. Sometimes in this game, you got to put your pride aside. Sometimes in life, pride comes before a fall. At the end of the day, like, you got to be able to put your pride aside, look at what the best is for the situation, and take the necessary action you need to take, whether you like it or not.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Also, I also think, like, it's spring training, so they're not – once the games start being played, even with the Vlad thing, like, you're still – like, once you get in a box, once the, like, everybody's out there and you're playing games, this stuff is not as magnified as it is right now. We have nothing to do. Everybody's really excited for baseball. So, of course, anything anybody says, it's like, oh, look, they're wearing uniforms and they're throwing baseballs. We can see them again. And so every word coming out of anybody's mouth is magnified right now. You know what I mean?
So true, dude. So, hey, listen, I mean, for you and me, too, it's great. We go to MLB.com. We go to different places. We're like, oh, there's news.
It's something to talk
You hear what Devers said? He's pissed. He wants to play third. Hey, did you hear what Vlad said? He doesn't want. He's done with the con. This is great. Well, at least we have content. You know, we're not just like, hey, what do you want to talk about? It's November 20th.
Yeah, exactly. We have even more to talk about, even contracts too. I want to keep calling them the Oakland A's. They're not anymore, but the athletics baseball program.
So ridiculous.
I know. Kotsay. They extended him, dude, which is very cool. And just generally what that team's doing is, hey, They've made some signings this year, and they have a plan. I don't know what it is exactly, but they have a plan, and they're working on it.
You got to get into a stadium first. But, you know, at the end of the day, man, Mark Kotsay in the game is better for baseball. He was one of my favorite teammates in 08. He came over. So glad Kotsay and I got the chance to play together in Boston for a little bit there, a couple months. He was one of the best center fielders to play when we played together. You know, I remember I hit a rocket one time off Jarrett Wright. Jarrett Wright and I came up against each other in the Indians. Finally faced each other. He's coming out to close the game, bases loaded. Richby won about 98. I turn it around, change. It's a bullet, dude, right over the second baseman's head. It's backspinning, and I'm like, oh, that's game over, dude. Walk off. I'm running to first, and I see Kotsay with a beat on it, and he was one of the best center fielders. Beat on it, makes a diving play, dude. I mean, shoestring diving play, and dude, it was a moment in my career. I'm like, what am I doing? I was running to first. He caught it to end the inning. It would have walked it off. Then I laid on the ground. I was so sick. I was so sick. I thought the game was over. So I'm running first. I laid on the ground. Then I realized, oh my God, the game's still going on. I gotta get up. But dude, Kotz was the best, man, and. Dude, I had a chance when I was with the Yankees to have a conversation with him before when Oakland came in to New York, and you know he's excited about Lawrence Butler, he's excited about Rooker, he's excited about Mason Miller, he's excited about and they just signed Severino with a 3-year deal. They have some pieces there, they really do, and Kotz is the right guy, dude. This guy's a lifer, he's a gamer. He's a great guy, great friend, great family man. He's great for this organization, and they know exactly what they were locking up. Good for you, Kotz, man. Congrats. Like I said, baseball's better with Mark Kotsay around.
Yeah, you called it, man. Baseball life for 17 years as a baseball player, and then goes and he manages the team, one of the teams he played with, probably the team he was best on. And by the way, career 276 hitter, man. The guy could
play, dude. Kotz could play.
Yeah.
Kotz could play. And dude, he had all those years, too, as the bench coach under Bob Melvin.
Yeah. I mean,
he got to learn under.
Bleeds baseball, has a great beard, well-groomed.
Great beard.
Really well-groomed manager. You don't see guys. He might be the most well-groomed manager that there is out there.
I think he is, dude. You're right.
Yeah, I'm going to go there. All right, great. All right, again, in our little bio here for each show this week, I got your stuff all in there for the charity.
Handbid.com. Handbid app you can download. Yeah, go check out those items.
Dude,
not only does it help us out, they're really good items.
The baseball stuff. Somebody
It's
went
incredible
on
stuff.
our page yesterday and said they were going to swoop up all the CC Sabathia stuff today. So if you guys like CC Sabathia, make sure you get on there.
Get on there, dude. Yeah, and I also got a vintage Casey jersey from like the '99 Reds years.
Sick.
I got that up there too. So I'm just saying I haven't had one of those in a while. I finally got a chance to get them made.
Nice.
My guys at Cook Sporting Goods out there in Cincy hooked it
Nice.
up, and they make the jerseys. So
Hey,
legit.
super quick question for you. I'm sorry, I'm going off the rails, but did you like the jerseys when you guys had the cut off sleeves and no?
I loved it, dude. What? Because you could put like the tight shirt underneath it. You were jacked back then. Oh, bro, it was incredible.
All right.
I should have done it more. I was like nervous at first. I wore the normal T-shirt, but as I got a little older, I'm like, I'm wearing it.
So
I'm jacked. I'm benching 350 at this time. If I put 350 on the bar and I'll go through my chest, I'd be dead in 0.7.
that's
Fuck
fine.
it. Fuck it.
All right, bro.
All right, Chichi. Have a great day, dude. Have a great rest of the day. Everyone out there.
We're only like 33 away from 4,000.
Can we get the 33 people to hit subscribe? It's free. It's free. Don't forget, download, subscribe. It's free. It doesn't cost a dollar. Just hit it. It helps us.
Amen.
We need to get to 4,000. All right, Chichi. Love you, bro.
Everybody.
Everyone out there, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.